Good evening, everyone. How are we all? It's been a rotten day today. I don't know about anybody else. So, I did. Steve said. So, yes, another relatively easy one tonight. No baking involved. I have got my hot plate again. So yes. And we are making Tiffin tonight. So, hiya, Amjad. Just seen you walk past. So, I'm just going to read out to you what Tiffin is, if you didn't already know. Hiya, Tony. Funny thing is, Tony, we're only talking about you other day.
I've got a pan.
Yeah. So, yes, we were just talking about you. So it says, Tiffin is a form of cake-like confection composed of crushed biscuits, sugar, syrup, raisins. It does say cherries, but you can virtually put anything in it. It says covered with a layer of melted chocolate. Unlike regular cakes, Tiffin does not require baking. So there you go. That's the definition. Hiya, Donna. So yeah, so that's the definition of Tiffin.
Oh, excuse me.
Oh, okie dokie then, Tony. So yeah, so I am a lady. How are you?
Hi-oh.
I've just been reading out the definition of Tiffin. Now it's classed as a cake, but it's not.
That's as a cake, but not.
Yeah. So yeah, the definition of it is it's a cake, but in my eyes, it's not. So yeah, I don't know about where you are, but it's been sort of very, very windy, and in between showers, we've had a bit of sunshine. It's been one of them days. So
miserable.
So yeah, never had it. Well, it consists of like a biscuit, obviously digestive biscuits, but you don't like crush them into crumbs. You just bash them into pieces, if you know what I mean. Oh, he's got to change his name to Platinum Gamer Movies with no hand in it. Can I lick the spoon? So yeah. I'll just read you the definition of it again, my lady, and being as you probably missed it first time.
I'll tell everyone.
It says is a what?
Huh?
It says a form of cake-like confection composed of crushed biscuits, sugar, syrup, but I'm not using any sugar because the recipe I've got is from Dr. Oetker, and that don't call for any sugar, so it's sugarless. Raisins, cherries, and cocoa powder, but I ain't used cherries. I've chopped a few nuts up. So yeah. So I'd class it more like not a tray bake, but I don't know, a snack, let's just say. So yeah, so that basically is, you know, I've got raisins, I've got golden syrup, cocoa. What I've done, I've got some hazelnuts, some blanched hazelnuts. So basically, what I've done is I've crushed a few blanched hazelnuts up. I have got some cherries, but Mr. P and Callum aren't too keen on the.
Oh, cherries allowed in this house.
You know, the cherries, they aren't too keen on it. So I thought, well, I better put in it what I think they're gonna, if you know, that they're gonna eat. As long as you don't want me to tickle your belly, Steve. Oh, you're from Las Vegas. Well, welcome to the stream, Donna. You know,
Donna.
I hope you enjoy it. And basically, I do this every Tuesday night. And, you know, I do things that I know, or I think that, you know, most people can make, like cookies. Last week I made truffles. Oh dear, 112. Oh, Gordon Bennett.
112?
Yeah.
I think he's got minus 12 over here.
Well, it's been a tad cooler today here. So
it's been like humid, but very, very, very windy and very, very, very rainy as well.
Yeah. Sort of, it's been sunny in between the showers, but I woke up at, well, I hadn't even been to sleep at 4:30, but at 4:30 this morning, it were absolutely bouncing it down with rain, and that kept on till about 6 o'clock. I did download another Tiffin recipe, but this is Dr. Oetker. Everybody's heard of Dr. Oetker. So that's why I went with this one. Plus, it's not overly sweet. Oh, I haven't started yet, Tracy. I thought, well, I'll get benefited that, you know, for a few more coming in. So you haven't missed anything, Tracy. So
Hello, Tracy.
So yeah, I've heard of Doctor Who.
Because said everybody's heard of Dr. Oetker.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well,
trying
you know,
to be sarcastic.
yes, trying to be.
Fail miserably.
Yeah. So what I've done before I start, I'll show you.
Hey.
Condensed milk. Well, this one isn't, but hey ho. This is my tin that I've lined. This is an 8 by 8 inch baking tin. So that's before we start. I always line the thing. So I'm just going to swap the camera over because I'm on the 2 camera setup again. So rather than keep swapping over or Mr. P having to keep getting up, I will swap it over to the
Dr. Smith.
Hi, Dr. Smith. How are you? So yes, as you can see, I've got the hot plate. So this is the setup I've got on the other camera. So you'll still be able to hear me. You'll be able to see exactly what I'm doing. So yeah. And that's me just doing doing the laptop. I've got it right in front of me. What am I making? Tiffin. He says the curry was awesome. So hiya again, Dr. Smith. So yeah. So oh God. Guess AC Man is watching.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Just carry on.
Yeah. What's your hot plate? I haven't even turned it on yet, Wakey.
It's not like old one where everything got warm.
Yeah. So basically, it says I've got 100 grams of. I'll just show you 100 grams of chocolate. Now you keep that to one side. All will become apparent. No, Chris don't like cherries in it, so I thought, well, I'll just omit the cherries. You can basically put anything in it. I've got raisins, nuts, and biscuits. So that is 100 grams of chocolate. I'm going to put that to one side because all will become apparent in a minute. So, we have got 125 grams of butter. That goes in your pan. I ain't got my thing to put.
Put it on.
Yeah.
Pop it on forward.
So into this, it says 4 tablespoons or 60 mils of, yeah, just take the notice, Tracy.
Just carry on as well.
60 grams or 4 tablespoons of golden syrup.
Did a recall on them. Recall on.
Oh. Yeah, so Mr. P isn't a fond of cherries. That's why you can put anything in it, really. And also, into this, you need 25 grams of cocoa powder.
Salt or butter, says my lady with a question mark.
It says unsalted, but that's what it says on the recipe.
Don't forget the beetroot.
So, right, I'm just going to turn this on. So basically what you do is you just stir it until the butter's melted. Hi, Michelle.
Hello, Michelle.
So basically what you do is this mixture, you wait till it's all melted.
Cheers, Mr. Pickering. You're welcome. I don't know what for, but you're welcome.
So obviously this takes a little while to warm up. So while we're waiting, I'll just chitter chatter.
Michelle says, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you? So in here we've got 25 grams of cocoa, 125 grams of butter, unsalted butter, and 60 grams of golden syrup, or 4 tablespoons.
Michelle says she's good.
What's happened to the lighting technician? Nothing. I'm on the 2 camera setup, and rather than get Chris keep getting up and down, I hope it comes out nice, lovely Jeanette. It will do, don't worry. It's a non-bake one, so basically Chris always gets the spoon. It's my turn. Well, I'm sure I'm going to package spoon up just so you can lick it, Steve. So, yeah, I mean, it's melted now, but I want it to get warm. So yeah, so
his backside better for his circulate. I rock backwards and forwards on my chair. Is that any better, Wakey?
So you remember the 100 grams of chocolate? He says I hear him laughing. You remember the 100 grams of chocolate? Well, this is where this goes into the pan now. So this is 100 grams of milk chocolate, so that goes into the pan.
Oh, we've got Mrs. Bella.
Hiya, Bella.
Hello, Bella.
You haven't missed much, Bella. So yeah, I've just added the chocolate. And you've got to keep stirring this until it's melted. Nah.
It's getting saucy, it's very
Yeah.
very saucy. Come on, my little puddy cat.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn that off now, because the chocolate mixture is almost well, the chocolate has all but melted. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put that to one side while I unplug this. And good thing about this hot plate, though, it don't get hot. The other one needs to get hot on the sides.
It's a nearly hot plate.
Yeah. Well, so here we've got 250 grams of digestive biscuits. So I'm just going to put, as you can see, they're not like completely in breadcrumbs. Some of them are quite big pieces. So basically that's what you've got to do. You've got to
sorry, but what's a tiffin?
Yeah, it's a cake sort of thing, a bar. You cut it into bars. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to add those to the bowl. I have got 100 grams of raisins. Hiya, Baz, how are you?
Hello, Mr. Buzz Reader.
So it's sort of like a cake. Well, the definition says it's a cake, but it's not really. So yeah, there's 100 grams of raisins there, so they go in there. And also, what I've done is I didn't weigh these out, but these are blanched hazelnuts. Now, really, you could put cherries, you could put nuts, dried fruit, anything you want in this tiffin. So yeah, there's your nuts. I might not put them all in because there is quite a few. So I'm not going to sort of go overboard. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix this all together. And don't forget, in here you've got raisins, biscuits, nuts, blanched hazelnuts, nuts all hazelnuts. But really, you can put anything that you want in, really. You know, if you like cherries, you can put glassy cherries in. You know. So I'm just gonna give that a quick stir. And mix everything together. So here's where the chocolate mixture comes in. That goes in. You see, I think that's why this recipe doesn't call for any sugar, because you've got the chocolate in it. So I think it makes it sweet enough.
Well, it says it's a cute little seabird, Michelle. Oh no, that's a puffin.
Oh dear.
Put beetroot in then, says Wakey.
Well, I mean, if you were to make it wakey, you could put beetroot in it, but I'm not.
I can't see it tasting very nice.
No.
Not with beetroot in.
So now, here we go. We're just gonna give it a quick stir.
I'll finish it.
Yeah. Well, not a quick stir. See, I did download another recipe, but that one did have sugar in. But obviously, This has got like chocolate in the golden syrup mixture. So obviously, be a better bloody. Oh, Marmite, yeah,
Marmite,
yeah. They've bought a Marmite cornetto out, by the way.
God, no.
Well, I can tell you now, Wake, they've not been on coming to this house.
Definitely not, because none of us like Marmite.
No.
Stop.
So obviously you give that a good stir till it's all coated. So now bring the tin over and scrape the spoon, because you know what my motto is.
Waste not, want not.
Yeah, Chris knows, waste not, want not.
Same as the same.
Shut up. So yeah, so here's my pan. So now this goes into the pan. And the next thing I'm going to want is that chocolate melting.
Even Bella can make this.
Oh!
Sorry, Bella, I do.
Shall I give him a slap for you, Bella?
Oh, wait till ice cream comes.
Bella better get the Marmite in for the pickerings.
I'll bring you your bread.
Yeah, I've seen it advertised, Bella. What it's saying, it's truth. It says they bought a Marmite cornetto out.
Well, oh, God, no. That's got to taste horrible, that.
So, yeah, you obviously put it into your baking tin. You know.
If you can't go with it, then part it. He thinks he's done.
I'm helping with distance teaching my 4th grade grandson. Oh, I'll give him a slap, Jeanette, for you. Be harder coming from you, Baz.
You've got to catch me first, Baz. Like a whipping, mate.
Yeah.
For about 2 yards.
I was going to say, it wouldn't take him long to catch you, put it that way.
Yeah, I'd have to stop halfway for a cigarette break.
So, righty, we're watching football this afternoon, Baz. It were a friendly against Dundee. It were called off because it were absolutely bouncing it down.
Not kidding.
So when half-time whistle blew, they decided to abandon the match.
Abandon ship.
Yeah, so...
Winning 1-0, it should have been about 3 or 4-0.
Yeah. Yeah, so it were abandoned. Don't know whether they'll rearrange it because it's only like a pre-season friendly.
Are you trying to say that I'm small, Bella?
Very true, Bella. Very true.
I'm still taller than you, though, Bella.
Not by much.
I am when I've got my high heels on.
Are you going to go melt me that chocolate then, sweetheart?
Oh, you want me to melt it, do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I'll be needing it in a minute.
I've got a putty cat on me. Sorry, folks.
Oh, well. My need is greater than his.
Oh, poor Tucker.
But can you see, Michelle, how easy it is to make? I mean, it's a no-cook, no-bake version. You know, yeah. I mean, after I've put the chocolate on top, it needs a few hours in the fridge. But apart from that, yeah, relatively easy to make. So I'll just show you that now. I've smoothed it all out. But yeah, Tracy, I've put the recipe as I normally do in the description. There is other recipes out there, but this is a Dr. Oetker one. I mean, the other recipe did have sugar in the ingredients, but I think with it having milk chocolate in the actual biscuit and whatever, you know, I think it's going to be sweet enough without adding sugar as well. So yeah, I mean, I'm just waiting for Chris now to but I did download another recipe, and same as I said, the other one had got sugar and whatever in, but then I seen this one on the Dr. Oetker site, and I thought, well, everybody can relate to Dr. Oetker. You know, it's a well-known thing, you know, here and in the USA. Chris, I thought you wanted to keep that to yourself. So yeah, so you just basically compact it all down. So obviously once it's been in the fridge for a little while and the chocolate on the top set, you just take the greaseproof paper out and you cut it into squares. So it's like a snack. See what I mean? I won't class it as a cake. I'd class it more like a my gran used to make something similar, but she put a tin of condensed milk into the melted chocolate. Makes you wonder why I'm now diabetic.
It's hot.
I did one similar, but put cheese. Oh, cheese. Ugh.
Oh, it tastes nice.
Yeah.
Cheese.
So anyway, in this bowl, what Chris has just had in the microwave, there is 200 grams of milk chocolate. Use it tea towel because it's quite hot. So basically, all you do is tip it over your tiffin.
You could probably put coconut on top of it if you wanted, says Michelle.
Yeah, it's one of these recipes where it's quite how can I put it? Basically, you can put anything into it.
Fried cheese on Christmas cake?
No.
This chocolate cheesecake, it was called, you can't, what? Ready cheese.
But yeah, you know, I mean, it's one of these sort of recipes where in the biscuit mixture you can more or less put anything. Now, it does say in the recipe, you know, you can put nuts, you can put cherries, you can put dried fruit, anything really, mixed peel, you know, whatever, you know, whatever you really want.
Yeah, Wakey's got a new name. It's called Wiki.
I don't. That's where me and Bella diff. I don't like Marmite.
Oh, Marmite. Chocolate tripping cannot beat it.
Trifle. Get your reading glasses on. It says chocolate trifle.
Yeah, the reading glasses are in the camera bag.
No.
My mum made her own Christmas cake, so we had it with cheese Edam. I've not Edam in years.
Well, hopefully, within the next few weeks, I will be starting to make a Christmas cake. I might take you on the process with me. I did think, but on the recipe that I So it says either sherry or rum. Now, what I'm thinking of doing is I am thinking of raffling. So there you have it, guys. That's the Tiffin. That goes in the fridge now for a couple of hours till the chocolate's set and everything. And then once it's set, you just take it out, you know, lift it out and cut it into squares. So that's it, really. How simple was that? So I'm changing the camera over now.
Oh, take no whiz. 2 cameras on, go.
Yeah. So there you go. It's as simple as that. You know, it's whatever you want to call it, snack, biscuit, confectionery, whatever you want to call it. It's as easy as that. You know, it's something that you can sort of put together, as simple as a very simple thing. Exactly, Wakey. You know, it all depends sort of what taste you've got, what you like, and whatever you want to put in it. You know what I mean? It's quite flexible, the recipe, whereas into the biscuit mixture you can put anything really. I have got glassy cherries, but Chris and Callum aren't a fan of glassy cherries, so
not.
yeah. So I'll do that now, my lady, before I forget.
What's that?
She wants the recipe.
50 quid.
But the good thing about this recipe is it's Dr. Oetker and there ain't no sugar in it, so it's not going to be overly sweet. So, oh,
Put a hidden webcam so you can listen in, Amjad.
I've sent it to you, my lady. So, okay then, see you later, Michelle.
See you later, Michelle. Thanks for coming.
So, so yeah, when you get a minute, sweetheart, will you put that in the fridge?
In the fridge, yeah.
I'll send it you now, Tracy, because if I don't, I'll forget. You know what I'm like.
That's 100 quid coming.
I forget 5 minutes afterwards if somebody says to me, can you send it me? And then about 2 days later, I'll remember and think, oh, crap. When I was a kid, one Christmas, our front room went black because my mum put a match to the brown. She forgot to take plastic ollie off it. Oh, dear. Well, at least there's one thing you can say, Bella. It was an eventful Christmas.
Yeah.
Oh, dear me.
Oh, excuse me.
I've done it now, Tracy. I've just sent it. As you've seen, Tracy, it's easy. But the good thing about the recipe is you can virtually put anything you want in it. I've got glassy cherries. I've got mixed peel. I've got, you know, mixed dry fruit. You know, you could put cranberries or, you know, anything you want really into the biscuit mixture. But I thought, well, with Chris and Callum eating it, I'll just make it simple. In the recipe, it just says raisins, but it does say I'll read it. What this classic recipe is quick and easy to make. Why not try adding some dried fruit or nuts to your tiffin? So basically, you know, if you want to add coconut, you can add coconut. You know, you can add, you know, mixed peel, dry fruit. I'd got some blanched hazelnuts. So what I did, I just gave them a whiz in the. I would say, Tracy, I'd put freeze-dried strawberries in, not fresh strawberries. That's only my suggestion, though. But, you know, if I was to say, well, yeah, you can put strawberry. Oh, I thought you were going to cop me up then.
Hey, you're live.
So, yeah, my advice to you would be, oh, Wakey says if you haven't got dried fruit, put some finely chopped jelly babies in. Yeah. I mean, mostly nowadays you can get like dried cranberries, apricots. I suppose you could put anything like that in it, so long as it's so long as it's dried. You know, I mean, you don't want to be putting like fresh fruit in it, because it's going to have a problem setting. So, you know, I mean, the best thing to do is, if you're going to add fruit to it, add dried fruit. So, you know, so yeah, so that's gone in fridge now. I shall leave it a couple of hours, or probably even till it morning, before cutting it up and whatever. Breakfast sorted. Okay then, Tracy, ask away. That's what I'm here for. Another coffee won't go amiss.
I heard a voice.
Yeah. The boss's voice.
No, I heard a voice. Not the boss's voice.
Yes, the boss's voice.
Just a voice. I'll try to put your cup there ready and waiting.
That's been there all along. I hadn't quite drunk it when I was setting up.
I'll let you off then. At least you drank it all.
Flack jades? What's them when they're home?
What?
Flack jades.
Never heard of
them. Flak jackets. Jacket. Oh, flapjacks.
Oh, flapjack.
When I make flapjacks, Tracy, basically, that's another thing. I put chocolate chips. Bella likes me flapjacks, by the way.
Tracy, if you're making Jeanette's recipe for flapjacks, I'm coming.
So, yeah. Do you mean flapjacks? So, basically, I've got like just a standard flapjack recipe, but I bung all sorts in it, you know. Yeah, which means flapjacks. But I did one as well. I've got a lemon flapjack recipe. Now, Chris absolutely thought they were bees' knees. So yeah, you know, obviously you put lemon peel in it, lemon juice, and then you put like you mix an icing up and you put juice in there. What sticks it together, and it's similar to what I've just done, Tracy. You put your butter, your sugar, and your golden syrup in a pan. Now you warm it up You warm that mixture up. I already have all my, you know, like my oats and my chocolate chips and everything already in the bowl. Now you put golden syrup, butter, and I think it's golden caster sugar, and do it on, you know, your cooker top, and then you pour that into your flapjacks, and that sticks it all together. Bung it in oven. I think it's for about 45 minutes. But the one that I made for Bella, I put, you can, you know, you can put, I put white chocolate on it. And Bella absolutely thought they were the bee's knees. You see, I took 2 lemon drizzle with me. She says, you could take one at lemon drizzles back. She says, but them flapjacks aren't going anywhere. So yeah, that's what sticks it together, Tracy. You put sugar, golden syrup and butter in a pan until it's all melted and all, you know, combined. And then you pour that onto your flapjack, you know, your oats, and I put chocolate drops and everything in it. So, you know, that's another thing that's very versatile. Flapjacks, you can put like anything in it, you know. You know, I did it. I think it were lemon drizzle flapjacks. I think it were. I say, Bella's put Jeanette's flapjacks are the dog's doodahs. So yeah, I mean, you know, Bella will tell you. When I went to Bella's last time, you know, you could put either a mixture of milk chocolate and white chocolate. Oh, and there's like sultanas as well. You put them.
The dog's middle part, she means.
Tracy says, I can't find my glasses. My phone and I are short-sighted. But yeah, you know, you need sultanas. Put that into the mix. You can use a mixture of white chocolate and milk chocolate, like drops. And then the ones that I made for Bella, I put you know, like I've just put milk chocolate on top of that Tiffin. I put a layer of white chocolate on top. Makes me wonder why he's always licking them. So yeah, I mean, Bella's exact words were, she says, you can take one at lemon drizzle's home. She says, but that flapjack's staying here with me. She says, don't look now, but there's a strange bloke behind you. Well, that strange bloke's made me a coffee, Bella.
And bought her a new laptop.
But yeah, that's another thing that's like very versatile. You could chuck anything in you want, you know, but I like to, you know, I haven't used Beowulf, like white chocolate and milk chocolate drops, but the one that I made for Bella, I used sultanas and I used milk chocolate drops in the flapjack mixture, and then I put like a layer of white chocolate on top. But yeah, that's another thing that's really, really easy to make. I'm going to make a quick toad in the hole for supper. Oh, well, if you want, Tracy, do you want me to make flapjacks next week?
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't think I've done a vlog on it, have I?
Flapjacks.
I think
you have. A long time ago.
Oh, he's got Lynx Africa. Ooh. And his wax melt burner. Ooh. But yeah, I mean, I could do flapjacks next week if, you know, if anybody else is interested in me making flapjacks, you know.
Bella says, I've just heard Bella say to Baz, Have we got enough money for a train ticket to Sheffield?
Yes, and my brother wants me to do him some. Oh, well, if you can wait till next week, Tracy, I'll do flapjacks for you. I'll do it the way that, I mean, the ones that I made for Bella, like have a look outside for all the bra waving ladies, Amjad. They then run like hell. You see what Bella's put. She's bringing her specialities with her at Christmas. You can all be jealous. I don't care. But the thing is, Bella, what we discussed, I'm going to bring everything with me. I'm going to get you making them. So yeah. So what I'll do, Tracy, is I'll. Oh,
you all right?
Fly just landed down in my glasses.
Flown in from outside. I've got the door open.
Yeah.
It's coming to get dry.
So what I'll do is I'll put the recipe in the description, but then I'll put, basically you can put anything you want in them. You know, I've got white chocolate drops, I've got milk chocolate drops. Jeanette can be your teacher, Bella.
Well, she's a teacher's pet, isn't she, Bella?
So yeah, I mean, me and Bella have had this discussion before, and I says I'm going to bring all my baking, like tins and everything. I says, and I'm gonna, you know, we're gonna go live, and Bella's gonna be doing the baking. You know, I've got to teach her how to make the lemon drizzle and. You're welcome to Cooking with Jeanette and Bella. Well, the thing is, Amjad, and I've said this to Bella many a time. She says, you've heard the phrase, you know, can't cook, won't cook. Well, I says, you know, you will cook or you will bake. You know what I mean? It's you know, I mean, Chris has done it. Chris made it. What were it?
That was birthday cake.
No.
What?
That other thing that you made with chocolate. It was like a chocolate cake.
Mm.
Actually, Jeanette had this discussion. I just nodded briefly. But it was chocolate. I forgot where it were. Have a look on you.
I have no idea. That'd be ages ago, that.
Yeah.
It's chocolate cake.
Yeah. But he did it all himself. He even made the buttercream himself. So, I mean, if Chris can do it, anybody can. He's not been very good for a few months, Tony. He's had severe anxiety, but he's doing a lot better now.
Oh,
So, yeah, we've turned a corner. He's getting better. So, just in time for him to go back to college. But they know the situation at college, and they've said, like, basically, if he does have an anxiety attack, that they're going to send him straight home. It's only just down road, so it's within walking distance. But yeah, he's had a rough time of it these past few months. Started off with like just mild panic attacks, but I think this lockdown ain't helped.
No.
You know, yeah, and staying indoors and not doing anything. So it become really severe at one point. You know, not sleeping, not eating. He's lost about 3 stone. But he's back to his normal self now. He's eating well, he's sleeping well. So he's turned a corner and he's back on track. So Tracy's made my mind up that next week I'll be making flapjacks. So yeah, another, well, the only downside is I can show you how to make them, but they've got to be in oven for about 45 minutes. So we'll see, you know. Yeah, it's a lot. I'd say 80% better than he was. We were really worried. And the thing is, the doctors and all the relevant people didn't want to know. You know, so basically we've had to deal with it ourselves. But you see, this is the thing, Tony. I mean, every time Chris goes down to our Asda, he's got a couple of mass in car. Okay then, my lady. I'll see you soon.
See you later, my lady.
You know, he always keeps like a couple of mass in car. So as soon as he gets out of car to go into Asda or whatever, that's first thing he does. Now, Callum went with him today, so you know, they were both wearing the mask. So, you know, I mean, it can't be said that, you know, Chris or Callum's not following the rules. So so yeah, you know, it's good that I mean, he's got into photography at the moment, but the weather dictates otherwise, and you know, he's been a bit disappointed that we haven't been able to get out doing the photography, etc. So but it's weather. I mean, Chris went to local park yesterday because I went for my B12 injection. And straight from doctors, we went down to park. So Callum didn't want to come with us, so he stayed at home. But I think that's half and a quarter of what the problem is. You know, he hasn't been able to get out. He's been stuck in his bedroom. You know. But you see, the thing is, Amjad, the mask that I've got, that's the washable one, and that's the leopard print one.
Try to get me wearing that yesterday.
I asked you if you wanted to wear it.
Wear it. No.
Wakey's got to go Yorkshire pudding batter to make. Okay then, Wakey, thanks for coming in, and I'll see you later.
See you, Wakey, lad. Nice to see you, fella.
But you see, the thing is, there's certain people that are exempt from wearing face masks.
I don't have to wear a face mask.
Nah. Yeah.
To wear a face mask.
But the thing is, if you see somebody with a sunflower lanyard or a badge with sunflower on it, it means they're exempt from wearing the face mask. So, you know, I mean, it's same as Chris says. I mean, he's exempt from wearing one because he's asthmatic, but he still wears it. But it's only sort of, you know, when he goes in Asda, as soon as he comes out and he gets in car, it comes off. You know what I mean? But no, I mean, I know what you're saying, Tony, but you don't know by looking at someone that they're exempt. They've got some sort of a, you know, there is sort of people out there that are exempt from wearing them. And basically, I saw what Tracy's on about. I saw today a notification that it's saying they're on about making the compulsory wearing of masks to any child over 12 years old. But yeah, I mean, it I don't know whether they're going to bring it in as being compulsory, but it's been discussed, I think, by the government that they think all children over 12, it should be compulsory for them to wear masks. But the thing is, Tony, I only went to doctors for my injection yesterday, but I still wore mine. The fact of the matter is, by wearing a mask, you're keeping you and your family safe. Yeah, I agree with you there, Bella. But that's another reason why we always wear on, whether we're going to doctors, whether we're going in a shop or anything. It's not just to protect other people, it's to protect yourself as well. You know what I mean? And I says to Callum, I says, if you've got to wear a mask when you go back to college, you do so. But if you feel like you're going to have an anxiety attack or a panic attack, just tell somebody and just say, it's this mask I'm wearing. You know what I mean? You know, just tell them that you're having a panic attack or you're having an anxiety attack. I says, and basically, you know, they'll understand the situation, because the Senko woman, which is Special Educational Needs Coordinator, is aware of the situation as regards him having anxiety and having panic attacks. But, you know, they are aware of the fact at school, at college, sorry, that he does have panic attacks, he does have anxiety attacks. And I says, you know, wherever possible, try and wear your mask. If it gets too much for you, just say something to one of the teachers. Just say, because I'm wearing this mask, it's causing me stress, it's causing me anxiety. You know, they'll understand. But the thing is, Amjad, you're protecting your family as well as everybody else by wearing a mask. Now, same as you know, I get what Tony's saying. You know, you'll have to try that. Somebody, I think it was on YouTube or on Facebook or something, did a hack, because yeah, your glasses do steam up when you wear glasses.
It's all right when you're outside, but as soon as when you come in to a building, that's when they all steam up. Yeah.
So somebody put an hack and said, sew a button onto it and rest your glasses on the button. And basically it stops, or it's supposed to stop your glasses from steaming up. Yeah, I agree with you there. There are big who are about that, Bella, when, you know, it was compulsory to wear seatbelts.
The masks aren't 100% though. Yeah, it stops you from getting it, but it doesn't prevent you from spreading it, if that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, Tony, there's not really a lot you can do about it. You know, they're supposed to be policing the situation, you know, but when all said and done, it's not feasible for the police to be there 24/7, you know, and make people wear masks. So yeah, you know, it's one of the sort of catch-22 situations, isn't it, really? You know, but this is it, Tony. You know, it's you know, there's been sort of in news, you know, having raves and outdoor concerts and all this malarkey. It's only asking for trouble, really, in my opinion. But this is it, Tracy. I mean, it's like, same as I say, we both, I mean, because Chris took me up to doctors for my B12 yesterday. We both got them as soon as even before we got out at car, we put the masks on, went into doctors. The nurse were wearing one, we were wearing one. So, you know, there's no comeback on us. Yeah, exactly, Bella. I agree with you there. It's but it comes back to the, you know, what I was saying. You wear one to protect your family and then that you love. Yeah, this is exactly what I'm saying. They ain't got the money or the number of police officers to enforce it, Tony. So what do you do?
What's that?
Tracy says the school wants all her year in maths, but not at the desk where she'll be working.
Because there's 2 meters apart in it.
But this is the thing. This is the problem that classes whereas Amjad, you know, it's I find I take my glasses off, I put my mask on, and then I put my glasses over the top of my mask. You know where you've got it on your nose, and I'm all right with that. And I've got one of these masks that's got like a filter thing on side, and it weren't too bad yesterday. So so basically, you know, but this is the thing, you know, it is a bugbear for people that wear glasses, but it's a case of you know, you do what you've got to do. So there you are. Right, I'm going to get going, guys. I've been on just in the line of going into the school and dinner halls and playing in small bubbles as well. That's it. But it's same anywhere you go, Tony. You're going to get people that are flouting the law. Yeah, you know, and basically, you know, they're going to say, well, it's only mandatory to wear them in shops and on public transport, etc., buses, trams. Hiya, Gordo, how are you?
I do, Gordo, lad.
She says, I can believe that as well. I take my glasses off to put my mask on, then I can't find my glasses.
I'm saying nothing.
But yeah, you know what I mean. It's you know, us responsible people wear the masks. You know what I mean? It's such, you know, it's such as, you know, a lot of youngsters think the rules don't apply to them, you know, blah, 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 you know what I mean? But there's not really a lot us as citizens can do about it. And, you know, the police aren't going to enforce it. You know what I mean? So you're left between a rock and a hard place. You know, as regards, you know, the wearing a mask and enforcing it, etc. Are actually just about to close down, Gordo. Oh, been without internet for 24 hours, got cut off. Oh dear.
Oh dear. Not good.
No.
Oh dear, excuse me.
But yeah, you know, I mean, you know, that can't be said about us. You know, we all, Callum, myself, Chris, we as responsible adults, wear as masks. You know, when it's a case of, you know, what can you do about them that don't?
That's if they've got a particular reason why they can't wear a mask.
But you see, I mean, you know, it's like Christoph often comes back, you know, from our local Asda, and he'll say, well, I were only one in there that were wearing a mask. And I says, well, at least you know that if you're wearing one, at least you're protecting Callum and myself. You know what I mean? By you wearing a mask, you know that, you know, you're...
Well, they got the bill Saturday and the cutters off Sunday.
Huh?
So they give you a lot of time to pay and then they'll go all in there. Gits.
You know, it's I know it sounds a bit selfish, but you've got to look at it like this. I'm wearing a mask. I'm all right, Jack. So I know, you know, I've got no comeback from anybody as regards me wearing a mask. Yeah, I mean, it's saying we've just been on about that, Gordo. You know, I take my glasses off, put my mask on, and then rest me sort of glasses on just over the top of my mask, and it's not so bad. I bet I'd have been fuming. I don't know about weren't amused. You know, they didn't give much time to pay bill if they only got it Saturday and they cut you off Sunday. So only got put back on today. But yeah, you know, it's you know, I mean, in one respect, it's not being selfish, but it's so long as you wear a mask, so long as you know that you're protecting yourself, protecting your family, then, you know, that's all that matters. You know what I mean? You know, you can rest assured that by you wearing a mask, you're protecting your family, you're protecting your loved ones. Oh, yeah, well, they'll deny, Gordo. It's all right, I've got to udge round a bit. I've got cramp in my foot.
Uh-oh. No, good.
No, it's right in my little toe and all. Oh, God.
Oh, bye, Bella.
Okay, then. See you later, Bella. Thanks for coming in, and I'll see you soon. Tracy says you should get something knocked off your bill. You're paying your bill, but no internet. That, yeah, I agree with you there, Tracy. I mean, same as Chris says, you know, to get your bill one day and then cut you off next. You know, what do they expect you to do? We in midst of a pandemic. You know, what you're going to do? Rush out and pay it as soon as it drops on your doorstep. You know what I mean? It's wrong, that is. So, as the title suggests, Gordon, I've made Tiffin tonight. And Tracy were on about flapjacks earlier on, so, but get this, the bill was dated the 13th. Well, they've took the time sending it out to you then, haven't they? Oh dear. That's not your fault. That's the provider's fault. You know, if
they're going to say they've got no record, not sending you a text message.
You know what I mean? I mean that, you know, you can only do what you can do when you get the bill. You can't do anything about it until you actually get the bill. But, you know, I mean, what we on now, 25th?
Yeah.
And they say it was dated 13th. So where's it been all this time? Nearly 10 days. Where's it been all this time? Tiffin, we don't want to know about your sex life. Just Google Tiffin. But yeah, I mean, Tracy asked me a question about flapjacks earlier on. You know, the pan that I made the pan that I've made the Tiffin in tonight, Tracy. I usually use one that that's the pan I use. So, you know, and then sort of, you know, it all depends how big you want your squares, let's just say. So, okay, Google, find a recipe for Tiffin. But yeah, so, you know, I says to Tracy, I says, well, I tell you what, I says, I'll do flapjacks next week. That's what they say on Carry On Up the Khyber. Sid James was always going for a spot of Tiffin. Oh, right. Yeah, I can remember that. But that's not the Tiffin we're on about. But, yeah, so Tracy, we're on about, you know, how do you get your flapjack to bind together and everything. I said, well, I'll tell you what, if you want, I'll do that next week. So, you know, and then sort of what I'll do, Tracy, is I'll just put like the a recipe in for flapjacks, but as I said, you know, they're very versatile, like the Tiffin. You can bung basically anything in you want it. But I will just show you how I make it and the ones that I made for Bella. Because I because I thought, well, if I'm pouring white chocolate on top, you don't want white chocolate in the flapjack as well. So I used milk chocolate drops, and then topped it with white chocolate. So, but you know, you'll get the gist of it if you know what I mean. So long as you've got the basic flapjack recipe, that's all that matters. You know, you can bung whatever you want in it. You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, same as I said earlier on, Tracy, you don't just have to take my word for it. Bella absolutely loves the flapjacks. You know, she'll roll in them for a ransom, you know, they're going nowhere sort of thing.
His wife says.
Yeah. So basically, you know, so long as you've got the basic recipe, you know, your oats and your you know, your golden syrup and your sugar and your butter, basically you can bung anything in them, if you know what I mean. Right, it's 10:15. I know we've still got 12 in, but I'm going to shut it down. Chris will post some pictures of it when I cut it up. So look out in the group for pictures of it, because it's got to be in fridge now for a couple of hours. So, you know, just to get everything to set and whatever. So I will love you and leave you, and I shall see you tomorrow evening. It says there she goes again on about a sex life getting her oats. So I'll see you all tomorrow evening on Wacky Wednesday. Bye for now.
Bye.